Okay, here we go. We are in chapter 3 now, and we are going to be learning to solve linear equations. Okay, when we're talking about writing and graphing linear equations, first of all, and fill in the blank here in your notes with this vocabulary word. An inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares expressions. So we're going to be using some symbols, and I'm not sure when these were introduced to you in elementary school, but this is the less than symbol, okay? And these are the phrases, greater than. This is less than and equal to. It could also mean at most or no more than. And this is the greater than and equal to or equal to, and at least or no more than. When we're talking about the solution of an inequality, we're talking about the value that makes it true. It can have more than one solution because of these symbols that we're using. And the set of all the numbers, and a lot of times we'll see them displayed on a graph, is the solution set. So if you look at this table to the right, if the value of x is -6, you could substitute that in, right, and solve. Is -1 greater than or equal to -2? And it is, right? When you substitute in -7, you get -2 is greater than or equal to -2. And you can see that it makes the inequality true. So yes, -7 is a solution. But what about -8? When you result with -3 greater than or equal to -2, it's not true, so that's not part of the solution set. So those are going to be the things that we'll be testing out. When we're talking about the graph of an inequality, it shows all the solutions of an inequality on a number line. This is important. The open circle is used when the number is not a solution, and that goes with these two symbols, less than or greater than. Those are the open circle, open set. It's not included, less than or equal to, but not that number. And then we'll close the circle on a graph when the number is part of the solution, and that is these final last two, when it's less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and then we can close it to show that it is part. And then the arrow will go left or right, depending on the solution set that would make it true. Okay, so let's tell whether -4 is a solution of each inequality. So we'll start by substituting it in. So -4 plus 8, you'll get 4. Is 4 less than -3? No. So it is not a solution over here. What about over here? We'll multiply it. -4.5 times -4 is 18. Is 18 greater than -21? Yes. Okay. And if we are to graph, if you're graphing y is less than or equal to -3, notice this. So this symbol tells us we want a closed circle. So we use the closed circle because -3 is part of the solution. So we close it there. And this is what I like, if we have y on the left-hand side, the arrow, here, let's see if I can move this, the arrow of this line, right, because this is the actual solution, points in the same direction. It's almost as if the symbol is an arrowhead. That only works when the variable's on the left, okay? But what they're telling you is test some numbers on either side, and 0 is an easy one to test, right? Is 0 less than or equal to -3? No. And if the answer is no, then it's not part of the solution, okay? But what about -4? Is -4 less than or equal to -3? Yes, since it is, then that we know that this side would be shaded, and then this arrow can be colored in, okay? Okay, so here are a few examples that we're going to do on your own, but with my help. So looking up here, we're going to tell whether -6 is a solution of the inequality. So we're going to substitute it in. So -6 plus 4. Is it less than -1? Well, when we combine these, -6 plus 4, we get a -2. And -2 is less than -1. So we would say yes. Okay. Here, we'll substitute in -6 in place of m. And then we want to know if it's less than or equal to 10. So remember that changes these two plus, so 11 less than or equal to 10. No, it is not. So no is the answer to the number 4. And then 21 divided by -6 greater than or equal to -3.5, and it is actually -3.5. So it's equal to. So we can say yes. Okay. For graphing, I'm just going to do some different colors here. B is greater than -8. So I would have an open circle at -8. Okay. And then the variable's on the left, so I can see that it's going to point to the right. Also, I could test some numbers, right? -9 greater than -8? No. But is -7? Yes. So I know that it's going to go and go and go. And I'm going to make these lines short just so I can fit all 4 of them on there. But notice the arrow tells you it goes on infinitely long in that direction. Okay, G less than or equal to 1.4. This symbol tells us closed circle. So where the first one, 6, was open circle, this is a closed circle. So I find something that looks sort of close to 1.4 because it's a little bit less than 1 point. We'll call that 1.4. And then it's that's telling us the part that it's equal to. That's why it was a closed set. The variable's on the left, so I know that the line's going to go this way, but also is, 2 less than or equal to 1.4? And the answer is no, so it shouldn't be shaded in. That's how I can test it. All right, moving right along. -1/2. -1/2, and its r is less than that, so it's going to be right here. I'm going to just kind of come down. And it's an open circle, and it's going to go left because r is less than that. So this is where the -1/2 comes in. Of course, I kind of drew my green line a little bit too long there. So notice it fits right in there, and it would go left. Is 0 less than -1/2? No. So we know 0 should not be shaded in. That's how we know it goes to the left. And then finally, 9. V is greater than or equal to the square root of 36, and we know that to be 6. So we will do, let's do pink. So close circle because it is greater than or equal to, and we can go to the right. Again, is 5 greater than 6? No. Is 7 greater than 6? Yes. So that's how we can test the numbers to see which one needs to be shaded in. Hope that was helpful, and I'm going to clear the screen. Make sure you have it all written down. All right. It is time for your vocabulary and concept check. There are 3, 1, 2, or 3 that you can choose from. Please answer the question and give an explanation. In chapter 3, our theme of quotes is about life. Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale. And that was quoted by Hans Christian Andersen. So, hope you have a great day, and I will see you in class tomorrow. Be sure to let me know if you have any questions.